guys, welcome back to today's video. Today guys, we're going to be announcing, well, it's not the last, it's going to be the last show counted towards the 2022 season. This is not the last show for 2022 since there's actually going to be a show 1 month later for my 2022 Monster Jam season, which will kick off the 2023 Monster Jam season that will be getting announced on November 30th. But guys, 2022 for my Monster Jam MC, it's the first time I ever filmed a full season of doing shows on Monster Dirt Arena, Monster Jam Steel Titans, Monster Jam Steel Titans 2, and the pool table. And it turned out to be really fun and a really good year. But we still do have a couple shows left. So this next weekend we're doing the Orlando show. That's this weekend on the pool table. And then in November we're going to be doing the end of the year show. So as first off, the dates for the end of the year shows. It's not gonna be not gonna be one show. It's gonna be multiple. But will be from November 26th through November 27th. Let's see where the venue, this place for my end of the year show, is going to be at. It's going to be Camping World Stadium in Orlando. Camping World Stadium's been a blessed stadium this year as far as getting Monster Jam shows. This isn't how, because they got World Finals back in June 11th through June 12th. Yeah, June 11th to June 12th, and they've got November 5th, and they've now got November 26th through 27th. With 3 shows. We've got a 12 p.m., we have a Saturday afternoon show at 12 p.m., we have a Saturday evening show at 7 p.m., and we have a Sunday afternoon show, which is going to begin at 3 p.m. The pit party will only be on Sunday. The track for this Orlando show will be the exact same one as in 2021. Guys, now let's start to take a look at the lineup of what we're going to expect from this end of the year show here in Orlando, Florida at Camping World Stadium. First off, we're going to have Jim Kohler, an Avenger. Jim Kohler, an Avenger, is going to be back in Orlando for the first time since he won the World Racing Championship there back in June. We are really excited to have Jim Kohler be back in Avenger out here representing to end off his 25 years season. It's going to be a really, really cool and it's going to be a really fun time here for Jim Kohler and Avenger, trying to back up that racing championship he won back in June. Next up, we have Cole Vennard in the Black Pearl. Now, Cole Vennard was going to compete in my Orlando show coming up next weekend on November 5th. But guys, as we're going to see later, he is going to actually be getting swapped out. So Cole Vennard and the Black Pearl will be coming back. Cole Vennard's had a really good 2022 season, and he just wants to end it off strong here. He had a pretty good freestyle run back at World Finals, so I hope to back that up. He does want to improve in racing since he did get knocked out in round 1 by the Arena Championship Series East winner, Weston Anderson in Gravedigger. Next up, we have Kristen Anderson's going to get some time in some... Oops, my PowerPoint is being really weird. I might have accidentally leaked some things, but Kristen Anderson and Gravedigger is going to be in the lineup for the show. Now, Kristen Anderson is going to get some more seat time, which is going to be really good. Good, especially since after the All-Star, after Wilkes-Barre in April, she didn't get that much seat time. She got some seat time for the World Finals, for the Gravedigger 40th Anniversary Encore World Finals and the All-Star Challenge. This is going to be some nice seat time for Kristen Anderson, despite being in a stadium, not an arena. This is still going to be some nice seat time for Kristen Anderson to prep up for the 2023 season. Next up, we have Bryce Kenny in the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. Bryce Kenny in the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior is going to be back behind the wheel. We're super excited to have Bryce Kenny back for the first time since the All-Star Challenge, where he had a pretty decent performance. He's on this rock out with the Great Clips again to end off the 2022 season off strong. He really wants to have a good freestyle since he's had a lot of struggles in freestyle this season. So he's hoping to have some improvement, especially in Edmonton, where he got a near last place. He maybe only finished above 1 or 2 drivers, being Velociraptor and maybe Rammunition. Next up, for Team Throttle Monster, Dalton Wallner and Jurassic Attack will be back. Now, Dalton Wallner and Jurassic Attack This is going to be some good seat time for him since he did not do that many shows this year in 2022. He only did Worcester, Massachusetts, Allentown, Pennsylvania, and then he also did Edmonton, Alberta, BC, and Canada as well while driving this Jurassic Attack. So it's going to be a nice big stadium seat time for him so that way we can see him again in 2023 and go out there and rock it out driving this Jurassic Attack for Team Throttle Monster. Next up, we have the 12-time World Finals champion Tom Meents and Max D. Tom Meents, especially since after the second quarter, he's only gotten 2 shows in the second quarter that he's driven in, which have been Jacksonville with attributing to the Lost Show and the All-Star Challenge. Tom Meents here is looking to back up that Freestyle Championship he won. He won earlier on in June to become a 12-time World Finals championship. And so this is going to be a nice one here for Tom Meents to be competing in and Max D for this Orlando show since we got now both defending world champions. And when the Orlando show next weekend does not have neither defending world champions. Next up, we have Bernard Light and Megalodon. Bernard Light and Megalodon has had a really good year. He's had a decent year driving Megalodon. This is also going to be huge for him as far as seat time. He has not driven in a show since, I think, since Green Bay on Mother's Day this year, which by the time the show comes would have been over 6 months or half a year for him. I mean, he did do a 1 lap around the track thing for Monster Jam World Finals 23 with the St. Jude truck, with the emoji strong. We all know what next year will hold for Bernard Light driving, but this could be his last time driving Megalodon out here on this big stadium floor, which Bernard Light is not used to. So we're going to have to see how Bernard Light will be able to adapt to these conditions, of the stadium here. Next up, we have Lindsay Reed and Monster Jam. This is a huge thing that she's in this lineup. Lindsay Reed, her last show of 2021 was my All-Star Challenge in early October. Then later on in October, she got pregnant, had a baby, and she did not drive for the entirety of the first quarter 2022. She just came back to my sport of Monster Jam a few weeks ago in Glendale, Arizona for my All-Star Challenge for her to get some seat time in. And now she's going to be driving in Orlando next weekend, and now in this event coming up. So this is going to be really huge for Lindsay Reed to get some more seat time in the truck. So that way she can try to de-rust and get ready for that 2023 season. Next up, we have Jamie Garner in Overboard. We have rumors that Jamie Garner may drive El Toro Loco next year. This may be our last time we may get to see Jamie Garner rock out this Overboard truck. We cannot wait to see how Jamie Garner is going to do. Had a pretty solid performance at World Finals earlier. We're going to be seeing him in Orlando actually coming up soon. But guys, originally Jamie Garner, actually what was going to happen after my Orlando show on the pool table was they're going to have the team powered cat truck stay there for when the next Orlando show, which would be only in like 20 days that they were just going to stay there. And since Black Pearl's originally going to be in this Orlando show for next weekend, him and Overboard were just going to stay there. Like maybe they'll fly back home to like see their families, and then they'll fly back down for practice on Friday, and then be around for the show, but just leave the trucks there, like get them fixed up, get them ready so then they can run practice. But now since Wildside's not going to be at this show, they're going to have to travel all the way back to Indiana and go back and drop off Black Pearl at the shop and get Wildside. So, kind of inconvenient plan for Jamie Garner, but Jamie Garner's still going to be in this show. We cannot wait to see how he's going to do. Next up, we have Corey Rummel in Rage. Now, Corey Rummel, he's driven Rage only 1 time so far this season, which was back in Jacksonville for the tribute to the Lost Show. So it's going to be nice to have Corey Rummel back in Rage. It's going to be nice to have him back in Rage since Jacksonville for being the 2nd time he's driven Rage this year, so it's going to be nice to be seeing him drive Rage. Next up, this is going to be an interesting thing as well. Jeff Souza is going to be back to drive Rockwell Red. Jeff Souza hasn't done that many shows this year either. He only competed in Allentown, Pennsylvania. He may have competed more in this season, but as far as I know, the only 2 shows he's done so far this season, in my thing from memory, have been Allentown, Pennsylvania, and in Salinas, California. So those are the only 2 shows he's driven in. So it's gonna be nice to see him back behind the wheel here, back behind the wheel of Rockwell Red here for his 3rd show of the season. So hopefully, despite a small season for Jeff Souza, he can come out with a bang. Then lastly, we have Bori in Orlando. Bori in Orlando. Bori in Orlando with Bari Musauer in Zombie. He's back representing the hometown crowd. I mean, how can we not have a show in Orlando, not have Bari Musauer in it? Bari Musauer is going to be in this show, representing for his hometown crowd. Fortunately, he just could not pull away that World Finals Championship back in May. I think he maybe lost round 2 or 3 in racing. He may have got like middle pack or something in freestyle. So hopefully he can just bring home at least 1 championship in Orlando and represent for his hometown crowd. And that's going to be the entirety of the lineup for Orlando. Now here are the missing out drivers that unfortunately we just did not have enough room for to have in this lineup. Yeah, my PowerPoint's being acting up. But yeah, we're really sorry about these technical difficulties. But the missing out drivers are, let's start off Todd LeDuc and Blue Thunder. Todd LeDuc and Blue Thunder got podiumed 2nd place at Monster Jam World Finals 23 Freestyle. So unfortunately, he's not going to be back here in these lineups here to drive Blue Thunder. Next up, we have Matt Pagriludo in Jester. Another hometown hero here, really close for Matt Pagriludo for a hometown show. Oh, but unfortunately, he's not going to be at it. But he will be in the Orlando show next weekend. Also, to a big surprise, no Ryan Anderson. Ryan Anderson was gonna be in the lineup, but unfortunately, we just didn't have enough. We just couldn't do it. We just couldn't have him in this lineup here for Ryan Anderson and Son of a Digger, especially after getting 3rd place in freestyle at World Finals. We have the defending Showdown champion Kayla Blood and Soldier Fortune also not gonna be at the World Finals. So yeah, this is gonna be huge here with no Kayla Blood here after winning the Showdown at World Finals. She's unfortunately not gonna be in the lineup here in Orlando here to try and maybe back that up. We have Adam Anderson and Gravedigger. I'm a big surprise that he's not going to be in this show representing 40 years of Gravedigger. No Tristan England and Earthshaker. You got the bronze medal back at Monster Jam World Finals 2023 in Orlando. I think he made it to the semifinals and then got knocked out of Jim Kohler and Avenger. So, big surprise that he, unfortunately, will not be in this lineup. Also, no Cody Saucier and Dragon. The Cody Saucier has only lost 3 times this season for World Finals, the All-Star Challenge, and the All-Star Challenge. 3-lap and 1-lap racing, the All-Star Challenge. So, unfortunately, he can't come back to grab one last racing championship for him here on the season. Next up, we have Nick Pagriludo and Kraken, the last driver here. Unfortunately, he just is not going to be in the lineup. Another hometown, probably a hometown show for him as well, being in Florida. So unfortunately, he's just not going to make the lineup, but he will be back next weekend in Orlando. So we're gonna be excited to see that. Next up, I already told you guys the showtimes in the pit party. But as we have an update towards next weekend's Orlando show. If you guys can remember, November 5th is going to be my Orlando show. Based on the Orlando show I'm going to this weekend, we're going to be doing that, but on the pool table. So, well, guys, you have some updates regarding the lineup. First off, Zach Garner will be in Wildside, replacing Cole Vennard in the Black Pearl. Colton Artis, unfortunately, could not make it out to the show, so Zach Garner is going to fill in for him. Zach Garner has not driven since Cleveland, Ohio, so this is going to be a really big show for him. So he can get some seat time, so that way he can be ready to try and get ready to defend his title of Arena Series Central this coming up season. He wants to go out there and defend it this year. And to show that this past year was no fluke. Next up, we have Brandon Vincent and Gravedigger. Brandon Vincent coming back here in Orlando for the next weekend show. We are super excited to see Brandon Vincent come back for next weekend show. He unfortunately could not get a championship in racing nor freestyle back at World Finals here in Orlando. So unfortunately no championship. Unfortunately, no championship for him. But he's gonna come back here and try and maybe pull off a win, maybe in racing, and with something here for Brandon Vincent. Get one last showing because he has also driven since World Finals. So he just wants to get one more showing so that way he can be ready this year here for Arena Series Central. Well, so that way he can be back and ready for Arena Series Central this season to try and pick up a championship. Next up, guys, what is my next YouTube video gonna be, as we made to that part of the video at the end, where what is going to be my next video? My next video, guys, is gonna be coming up this weekend. This weekend, Monster Jam goes back to Orlando, and you know, guys, I am definitely gonna be attending it. So, guys, it's either gonna end up being uploaded very late at night on October 29th, or October early in the morning, like we're talking about like midnight or 1 a.m. will be when this video will probably drop out for Orlando. We're going to be having two separate videos. We're going to have the Pit Party vlog. We're going to have the Pit Party vlog for Orlando. As well, guys, as we're going to have the full show coming out, which will be coming out, it should be coming out around that time. The vlog will be out first, since the vlog is going to be more likely going to be shorter than the actual show. And then the actual show, since, you know, with YouTube, with processing videos, it takes longer to process videos that are longer than videos that are shorter. The Pit Party vlog is going to be shorter, so that's going to probably be uploaded first, and then the show afterwards. Pit Party vlog is probably going to be from what I know now, it's probably going to be 15 minutes for Pit Party vlog, and the full show video will probably be about 1 hour. Alright, so that will be the end of this video. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and be hyped for Monster Jam in Orlando this weekend. Monster Jam in Orlando on my pool table November 5th, and November 26th and 27th, Monster Jam will be back on my pool table with Orlando. So you guys better stay hyped. You guys better be hyped and ready for these shows. They're going to be awesome. Alright, everyone. Thanks for watching. We'll see you all this weekend for Monster Jam in Orlando. Peace. Have a good day.